Kickboxing's premier organization, Glory, counts down to Glory 16, Denver, and the crowning of the first welterweight world champion. Karapet Karapetyan, with 43 wins, 9 losses, and 2 draws, will take on Muay Thai stylist Mark Dupont, who has compiled 86 wins in his professional career. Plus, it's the heavyweight contender tournament. 4 of the best big men battle it out in a winner-take-all tournament. One fighter must win 2 fights in the same night to earn a place in the championship tournament. In the first matchup, it will be 7th-ranked Sergey Haratonov, looking for his 3rd straight Glory victory, up against Brazilian Anderson Braddock Silva. Silva comes into the fight off of his win over Remy Bonjasky in Glory 13 Tokyo. On the other side of the bracket, it will be Australia's hard-hitting Ben Edwards. 31 of his 36 wins have come by way of the knockout. His opponent, Errol Zimmerman, has over 100 victories in his professional career. And it's the highly anticipated Glory debut for MMA crossover Pat Barry. The American heavyweight returns to the kickboxing arena for the 2nd time in 7 years. It's time for Countdown to Glory 16, Denver. Saturday night, May 3rd, 9 p.m. on Spike. It's Glory 16, Denver. But before we get started on Glory 16, we take a look back at the action from Glory 15, Istanbul.
It's time for Glory!
It was a matchup in the lightweight division as former #1 ranked Robin van Roosmalen returned to the ring for the first time since his loss to Andy Risti in the Glory 12 Championship Tournament. His opponent was the hard-hitting 12th-ranked Murat Grigorian.
Plenty of action to begin the proceedings here in this lightweight matchup. Right uppercut, left hook, outside low kick by Van Roosmalen, and then Grigorian, they're going tit for tat here. They're fighting like a dentist and a carpenter, my man, tooth and nail.
Well, I'm going to give that round to Grigorian.
Beautiful combinations by the Armenian fighter.
Yeah, I really like it. Very stylistic. Again, clean, hitting hard, evasive when he needs to, but he's not running either.
Incredible action here, and it's so, I mean, this stuff is weird than the Turkish delight. Look at this stuff. Unbelievable.
That's a hard one to call.
Oh, beautiful double left hook, followed by the right hand for Van Roosmalen. Right uppercut by Grigorian, gets tagged with a counter left hook to the side of the face. Left hook to the body again by Van Roosmalen.
Whoever wins this fight might be going for a title.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. For your winner by split decision, Robin Van Roosmalen.
The evening centerpiece was the 4-man, 1-night light heavyweight world championship tournament. 4 of the division's elite fighters were in search of 2 victories in 1 night to take home Glory's first ever light heavyweight title. The first fight featured 2 knockout specialists, the Turkish Tyson Gökhan Saki, who dropped down from the heavyweight division for the tournament, was up against Nathan Carnage Corbett, who entered the ring with a remarkable 45 knockouts in his 67 professional wins.
Lead left hand behind the guard, the left high kick by Saki going to work and attacking the body like it's filled with candy here in round 1. Corbett picked up a win in his native Australia following the loss to Spong. Of course, he and Spong met a few years back, and there was a left hook that jarred Corbett momentarily. It was a no contest, but even Spong admitted it should have been ruled a knockout win for Corbett.
I gotta tell you, this dual left hooks reminds me of a classic boxing fight. Fernando Vargas versus De La Hoya. The guy who lands the first hook on the exchange is gonna win that exchange.
Push kick by Saki, responded in kind by Corbett. Fantastic start to this semifinal matchup. And again, a quick start is necessary for the winner. Has to fight again tonight to take home the laurels. There's a timeout called.
It's his vintage left hook. It caught him right behind the ear. And you can see it wobbled him there. That's a vicious hook to get caught with. Maybe his eardrum pop too.
It could impact his equilibrium, and that is it! The doctor implored the referee to stop the fight, and Gokhan Saki has already booked his passage to the tournament final.
A quick ending to the first semifinal. Nathan Corbett needed stitches to close the gash in his cauliflower ear. Saki was left waiting to find out who he would meet for the title. Would it be Tyrone Spong or Saulo Cavalieri?
Fight! The bell and round one. Quick start by Cavalieri, known as Cassius Clay, and immediately putting the pressure on Spong. Inside low kick by Spong. There was a beautiful right hand behind the guard by the king of the ring. Final 10 seconds of what has been a terrific start to this second semifinal bout between Spong and Cavalieri. Double jab followed by the straight right hand through the guard by Cavalieri. There's a right hand behind the guard by Spong. Then goes downstairs to the midsection. Lead left hand blocked by Cavalieri, who misses with a right hand. There's a spinning back kick that misses, and a left kick to the body followed by a right kick by Cavalieri. So they are showcasing all of their weapons here in round number two. Oh, and that right hand caught Cavalieri in. Nice combination there by Cavalieri, catching the left hook, but there's the overhand right by Spong, backing up Cavalieri. The judges will determine the victor of this fight as Spong and Cavalieri go the distance.
Your winner by unanimous decision, who now advances to the tournament final, Tyrone Spong!
So Tyrone Spong has done it, improves to 6-0, but more importantly, sets up one of the biggest rematches in kickboxing history.
The final was set. Which one of these two great fighters would become Glory's first light heavyweight world champion?
Welcome up, back to the corners, let's rock and roll.
The unexpected finish to the fight when we return. It's countdown to Glory 16, Denver.
Mamma mia! What a kick! Hi, Foster. Again, that spinning hook kick! Spong in the left hook! What a shot!
Saturday night, May 3rd, 9 p.m. on Spike. It's Glory 16, Denver, where another Glory title will be on the line. Karapet Karapetyan and Mark DeBlunt will battle it out in a 5-round showdown to determine Glory's first welterweight world champion. But before we move on to Glory 16, we wrap up Glory 15, Istanbul. It was the rematch the world wanted to see. Gokhan Saki versus Tyrone Spong. Back on March 28, 2009, Saki KO'd Spong in the K1 World Grand Prix in Yokohama, Japan. This time, the two fighters would meet to become Glory's first light heavyweight world champion.
The sequel begins! Fight! You can feel the tension in the building. Two of the very best in any weight class, with so much on the line. having gone through so much to get to this point here tonight. The price that must be paid for glory. The championship, the $200,000 grand prize. And Spong has injured his leg. And a dramatic turn of events here, and not what we anticipated. Referee Al Wickers forced to call the fight.
Take a look at it. Here he kicked the inside check pretty hard, but here, off of that, he see how he turned the leg out, and he steps down gingerly on it.
We will not even begin to speculate at the injury suffered by Tyrone Spong, but it was enough for him to capitulate, and Gokhan Saki will indeed win the Glory Light Heavyweight Championship.
An unfortunate end to the fight as Spong suffers a clean break to his right leg. It's a bittersweet victory for Saki, who takes home the Glory Light Heavyweight title. Glory 16 Denver will feature another tournament. This time it's the 4-man, 1-night heavyweight contender tournament. One fighter must win 2 fights in the same night to earn a place in the championship tournament. The opening fight has 6th-ranked Ben Edwards looking to dispose of another opponent. The power-punching Edwards comes into the match with an incredible 88% knockout ratio. He will face the 9th-ranked Errol Zimmerman from the Netherlands. Zimmerman earned the nickname Bone Crusher because he can end a fight at any second.
My name is Errol Zimmerman. I'm the Bone Crusher. I will fight with Ben Edwards, and the winner will go to the final. We will face off to Braddock Silva or Karitonov. So it's a nice heavyweight tournament. I'm ready for it.
Introducing Bangin' Ben Edwards!
My name is Ben Edwards. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Canberra. And I'm getting ready for Glory 16 on the 3rd of May in Denver against Errol Zimmerman. I've fought in a few tournaments before, and with the exception of one, I've won all of them. Back in 2010, I fought in the K1 Oceania 8-man, and I broke the world record. I knocked out 3 guys in a total time of under 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So I love fighting in a tournament. It suits my style, and I'll be ready to go in Denver.
Ben Edwards, he's from Australia. He's a hard guy, he's a more boxing guy. I cannot wait to fight. I will bring the action. I bring this tournament home.
Errol Zimmerman is an excellent fighter. He's someone I've been watching fight for a long time. He's very similar to me in size and style. He's very powerful, and he's probably a bit quicker than me too, to be honest. But I think his main weakness is a mental one. He's a naturally gifted guy who, by all accounts, doesn't work very hard in the gym. Well, I'm a naturally gifted guy as well, but I train like a champion, and I think that's going to be the difference between us on the night. I know he asked for this fight. The last guy I knocked out was a good friend of his, and he was asking me after the fight when the date of my next fight was so we can organise a date. So now we have a date, and it's not going to be very bloody romantic.
Ben Edwards, you hurt my friend, he hurt Jamal, and nobody hit Jamal, so I'm going to hurt you for him. I need to win this for him and for me, for my team, for the gym, for everybody. This is my motivation. I want to be the champ.
In the second semifinal, it's Sergey Haratonov, who enters the tournament with a 3-1 record in Glory. The former paratrooper for the Russian Special Forces credits his prior military training with giving him the psychological skills he relies on during his fights. He's up against 4th-ranked Anderson Silva, who has a career record of 37 wins, 10 losses, and 1 draw. Silva knows he will have to be at his best to come out on top of this talented group.
Vou lutar um torneio onde a primeira luta será contra o Sergey. A minha estratégia é tentar terminar a luta o quanto antes para que eu não me machuque e chegue bem para a final. Esse torneio para mim será muito importante, porque eu entrei nesse esporte para ser o número 1. E após esse torneio eu vou estar muito mais próximo de ser o campeão do mundo. Estamos bem preparados, estou bem otimista. Acredito que essa luta aí, esse GP, vai sair 2 nocautes.
In Denver, the Glory Welterweight World title is on the line. Will it be Karapetyan or Mark DeBont? Plus, the Glory debut for heavyweight Pat Barry. We preview his match with Zach Mikasa when we return. Saturday night, May 3rd, 9 p.m., only on Spike. The greatest kickboxers from around the globe descend upon the mile-high city. It's Glory 16, Denver. American heavyweight Pat Barry will be fighting for the first time in Glory. The former MMA fighter is returning to his roots of kickboxing, known to his fans as HD for Hype or Die. He will take on Glory newcomer Zach Mikasa, who comes into the fight with a professional kickboxing record of 10-1.
Patrick Barry.
I've stayed away from kickboxing for a really long time. And now that I'm back into it, I'm a completely different athlete right now. I'm a completely different kickboxer. Doing MMA, I believe, has helped me become a more dangerous kickboxer, a much better kickboxer. It was necessary for me to go through that. This really is what I love and what I want to do. 10-ounce gloves, not 4-ounce.
I'm excited about fighting Pat Barry. I think it's going to be a rough fight.
Am I looking forward to finishing somebody on May 3rd? Absolutely. Am I looking forward to finishing somebody in the second round? No. No, I've never been a round 2 guy. I've been around 1 guy my entire career.
I've trained very hard, I've prepared very hard for this fight, and he's going to show you in the ring. All I can say to you is I'm an explosive fighter. There is no surprise around that, but there's much more surprise. The element of surprise, that's my base weapon.
Kickboxing is fantastic, and if I get hit, I get hit, and if I get stung, I get stung, and that's all part of the sport, but it's like I'm stepping back into my spotlight, my stage. This is what I've wanted to do forever, and this is amazing, man. This is amazing. I'm not going in round 2. 1-round fight, that's all it's gonna be.
The first Glory Welterweight World Champion will be crowned. The Glory 16 headliner features 2 of the best fighters in the division. Karapetyan has his eyes set on the title. The hard-hitting Armenian will try and record his 4th win in 5 Glory fights and leave Denver with the title. Standing in his way is one of Belgium's most famous athletes, Mark DeBont. He started training as a kickboxer at the age of 6 and has walked out of the ring a winner in 86 of his 98 professional fights.
I do love kickboxing, and I've made my job out of it, and I go enjoy working every day.
Beautiful knee by DeBont, and down goes whose knee?
My dream for the future is to become the Glory champion, which is on the line now. I'm fighting on Glory 16 Denver against Karapetyan from Armenia.
Karapetyan!
This title is very important for me. It's I think one of the important fights of my kickboxing career.
I think he's a pressure fighter that can take a lot, and he wears you down, especially now that it's 5 times 3 minutes.
Mark DeBont is a good fighter, and makes him dangerous is that in the fight you can feel that he is like slipping, then he comes dangerous with strong punches and combinations, and it makes him dangerous. This will be a good fight, I think.
Winning that title would be the biggest thing in my career thus far. I've been training since I was 6 for this one moment, so this means everything to me.
Kickboxing is my life, so I want this title and I want this belt.
Saturday, May 3rd, kickboxing returns to the U.S. with Glory 16 Denver. Karapetian and Devant meet in an explosive welterweight world title headliner. The heavyweight contender tournament brings out the heavy hitters: Zimmerman, Edwards, Haratonov, and Silva. And MMA veteran Pat Berry makes his Glory debut. Glory 16 Denver, May 3rd at the First Bank Center. Don't miss it.